All right, Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. I also want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who I learned this truth from. And peace and love to the Lord's hopeful elect. Just a quick epistle going into reward or consolations, man, being that something to meditate on, something that keeps us motivated, keeps you enduring into the end, to think about the actual reward, the prize, if you will, that comes with enduring unto the end, that comes with keeping your integrity of serving Yahweh Bahashem Awashai, no matter how difficult it get. And man, our people are so stupid. I watch them every day now more than ever through the spirit, just via social media, and just doing the whole scroll through short thing is very, very disturbing. Watching our people, they're getting stupider by the day. They're getting even more unwise as we progress closer to prophecy. It seems like the more that prophecy comes to pass, the more and more Jake just goes the other way. Doesn't matter. We're trying to go home. Who cares? As long as we doing what we're supposed to do, the Lord will be with us. Lord willing, we're those predestined spirits, and the Lord won't be with the 2/3 of the nation of Israel. This is Proverbs 13 and verse 13. Whoso despiseth the word shall be destroyed. So that's this Bible period, but definitely going into the law, statutes, and commandments, the names Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, the fact that we're saying we're the Hebrew Israelites, and that so-called white nation is the Hebrew Edomites, and telling the rest of the nations who they are. If you despise these things, guess what? You're going to be destroyed if you despise that truth. But he that feareth, and we do understand, fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, the beginning of knowing what's going on. All right, the beginning of understanding what is going on, what you're supposed to be doing starts with the fear of Yahweh Bahashem Awashai. That fear will lead you to get up and serve the Lord, will get you that fear will lead you to wake up and say the water Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and then tread lightly throughout the day, not just doing what you want to do. If you do something that you know isn't lawful, you're gonna repent, you're gonna acknowledge that and keep it moving. Unlike the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, who want to boast in their wickedness, say, oh, I can do what I want to do, I can eat what I want to do, I can have all type of sexual immoral behavior, and nobody's gonna stop me. And nobody's saying that louder right now more than the so-called women of our nation, but that's okay. They have a consolation, a reward coming as well. They're not gonna like it, okay, but it is coming to them. Proverbs 13 and 13, who despiseth the word shall be destroyed, but he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded. And part of that reward, the Lord putting you on a pedestal, if you will, in relation to the rest of the nation. The 2/3 of the nation of Israel will see you in your glory, will see your salvation. That's a part of the new bodies, everything that comes with it: fame, fortune, wealth, power, knowledge, wisdom. All these things are a part of that reward. Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard the things that Yahweh Bashim Shai have prepared for those that love him. And how do we show love? Keeping his commandments, man. So the things that I just named are some of the things that I can see, that I have heard. What about the things that remain a mystery, that we haven't seen, that we haven't even heard of, man? All right. The possibilities are endless. I mean, I remember hearing as a kid about, I don't think that's actually in the Bible. Maybe it is. It could be, but I don't really recall off the top. But just hearing about different colors and things that we've never seen before. I'm sure there's animals, just, and that's a light thing. That's just stuff that I can come up with in my own head. Insects and animals that we've never seen. And come on, man, the Lord is finna blow our mind. And again, that is something that keeps us motivated. I've been watching like these assessment and selection programs of Babylon the Great and some other nations, but watching their selection for to be a part of different special operational organizations, and just listening to the mentality that it takes to endure to the end. And one common thing a lot of those guys had was envisioning the end, envisioning the victory, envisioning reuniting with your family. Remember, the Lord said we would receive 100-fold for the things that we lost: mothers, children, houses, whoever, shall lose these things, shall receive a hundredfold. Yahweh shall say these things. So again, it's something very, very important that we meditate on, seeing our family again, our children that we lost, our wives again, man. And I'm not talking about a freak fest. I mean, biblically, spiritually, on the up and up, our wives, man, being reunited with them, and they're clean, and they're not all whored out and adulterous on us, man. That's gonna be a good time, a good day. That's something to desire, man. The Lord, restoring our nation as a whole, giving us all our beauty back. We'll never have to worry about calling somebody fat, ugly, black and ugly ever again, man. But why? Because we'll be perfect. So we can do that now. And all this janking, joning, ranking, whatever you call it, roasting culture that we have, mama jokes, all that really comes from imperfections. The fact that deep down in something inside of us that has that zeal of Yahweh Shai, that knows that we're supposed to be perfect. So if you got a big nose, so called, or you ain't got no hair, then Jake is gonna call it out. Because why? Again, Jake knows deep down that he's supposed to be likened unto Yahweh Shai, which is straight up perfection. Okay, and while we walking around here, especially the woman, pretending and acting like we're nowhere near that perfection, but you got a lot of pretenders, which all I said all that to just say that's why a lot of our people are puffed up, man. All right, instead of waiting on Yahweh Shai, doing it the authentic way, they want to put on plastic. The woman wants to cake her face in makeup year after year after year till she just utterly destroyed her face in her old age, and we don't know what the hell she looks like. You know what I mean? Just years and years of just debauchery and vanity, and see what it's going to produce. A great reward is coming to you idiots, man. Second Esdras 8:51. And it reads, but understand thou for thyself and seek out the glory. Oh, that's not it. Man, what was it? I had that the other day. Let me see. Bear with me. Oh, okay. It was 52. This is second Esdras 8:52. For unto you is paradise open. Remember, Yahweh spoke of paradise. Remember, the Lord's ways are higher than our ways. When the Lord says something is called paradise, and you best to take that to the bank and cash it. Because what we can fathom in our minds, something that will be a paradise like state, cannot be compared to what the Lord has prepared already for those that fear him. So again, for you, is paradise open. The tree of life is planted, which is Malak Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. The time is come, and the time is come, is prepared, plenteous is made ready. So amen, the Lord got a abundance of a reward coming for these Israelites. And remember, it's only going to be a small remnant. It's going to be able to reap the benefits, the spoils of this reward. We'll have an abundance, Lord willing, we make it and endure to the end. Plenty is made ready. A city is built, and that's all so-called black and brown people ever wanted, with a city just for themselves, where they could dress the way they want, talk the way they won't have to worry about anybody attacking them and things like that, where they can dance all day. Come on, we see you doing that now, Jake, especially you women. All y'all freaking want to do is look so-called pretty and dance all day in your little dance groups and your sister wife groups, and because you're doing it on a daily basis, you can't help gyrating and moving your hips like that, because it's in your nature to do it. You just don't know how to go about doing it the right way. You're not fooling nobody, because you're not out here really being a real warrior. You can pretend you come out the house butt boom naked in flats and heels and you know what I mean, and all your accessories. That's what you care about. You're not a warrior. You're not a man, Eve. This is what you care about, looking pretty. That is where your strength lies, which is why you spend so much time trying to portray the image of beauty to us, man. Hair, makeup, it's always been a thing with the woman, and taking forever to get freaking ready. And trust me, all right, there's a righteous aspect to it, but this is Babylon the freaking great we talking about, and we late in the day. All that shit is just vanity, man. All of it's vanity. From the time that the little girl is a little girl and she wants to look pretty, to the time she's an old ass woman still caking on that makeup, it's all vanity, like our brothers that came before us have already assessed. A city is built and rest is allowed, and that's the whole point as well, man. Concerning the reward is that we're going to receive rest. We're going to receive rest from captivity, bondage, oppression, working, man. We'll receive real rest. Our bodies, those new bodies not subject to decay, decline, getting tired. That's what we want, man. A rest from this BS, a rest from wickedness, ultimately, in the death that it produces, the muck, the stench of dirty and death and grime and muck, man. You got to have a spirit where you desire to be above that. When you got to say enough is enough. I'm tired of being dirty. I'm tired of being filthy. I don't want to be a pretender. Taking a shower is not good enough for me. It's not sufficient. Well, I won't say sufficient in relation to being patient, but taking a shower isn't enough. I got to get that new body. I got to get that ultimate pardon. There's something burning inside of us that can desire that. We don't want to be pretender. Our women don't want to wear wigs, hair hats, and things like that. They want real hair. They desire the real thing. So again, Yahweh Ba'ashem Al Shai is offering this. As a matter of fact, he's promised this. All you got to do is do what he said to do, and he's bound by his word. He has to give you a portion of this kingdom, man. He has to give you that new body, and again, everything else that we don't even know that pertains to the kingdom. This thing is all about that reward, that consolation. So keep fighting, keep enduring, man, and envision winning, and envision, the crowning ceremony. Envision or picture Yahweh Shai saying, well done, my good and faithful servant. You endured to the end, man. People, your so-called enemies, man, especially of our nation, your wicked ass brothers and sisters of your own nation that dealt with you treacherously, that cheated on you, stole from you, looked down upon you, especially when you came into this truth, man. They'll see that glory. That's a part of it, man, of the consolation, the prize, if you will. So we need to desire that, man. This is the book of Proverbs 13 and 18 again. Poverty and shame shall be to him that refuseth instruction. So that's your reward, poverty, shame. And we're going to see that during Jacob's trouble for all of you individuals that refuse instruction. A lot of you guys of our nation will be in World War III. A lot of you women will have no bridegrooms for you. Okay, so it'll just be effed up for you. Poverty and shame is coming your way. Even that shame will go into the Lord, taking away your accessories. If we've been studying you through the Spirit, we know if that's what has you the most puffed up. It's those freaking accessories. It's the jewelry, and the Lord says he's going to take away all these things, the crisping pans, the fine apparel, the linen, all those things, those luxury apartments, the internet, the cell phones, the iPhones, man, the droids, all that shit leads a woman to be puffed up. You're not using any of that to be a righteous sister, to be a decent wife to a man of the Lord. Only thing you're doing, Eve, is using all those things to get attention, and it starts there, and that attention can go to the depths of wickedness. That's all a bitch wants. It's some damn attention. Ooh, look at me. The whole take a picture culture is effeminate within itself. What type of grown ass man just love, all right, to look at itself and love to take pictures? I don't even know how to take a damn picture the correct way, how to position my head the right way. My head always leaning over to the side. What the hell? I don't know about taking the pictures. I'm a guy, but you see how that effeminate it has trickled down to our young men. Now I don't know what the hell the dress code is going. It went from skinny jeans to, I don't know, they're wearing like bell bottom type shit now. Very, very loose. What they say up north, very ill fitting clothing. B, hey man, them clothes is fitting real ill right now. B, I don't know what's going on. Look like the velour suits back from the early 2000s, but the girl versions though, what's that shit? The Fat Farm velour suits. Niggas is walking around here in not Fat Farm, Baby Fat. Yeah, Baby Fat. That was the name. Baby Fat. They're wearing Baby Fat velour suits around this motherfucker. Very ill fitting. I don't know, stars and glitter and sequences all over. Now when we get to the kingdom, man, I don't think a pink is necessarily effeminate color in relation to the kingdom. But right now, man, you know, you gotta watch dressing like that. You gotta watch seeing the kingdom, man. If you want fine jewels, you know, hey, that's king shit. You know what I mean? Right now, I can't really rock with the little sequences, you know, all over my jeans. I go to buy some damn jeans in the store, and literally, like, man, maybe like 80% of the jeans are in there are shimmering and glittering. What the hell going on, man? This ain't for me. I'm pushing 40. I don't want to wear this shit, period, whether it's in style or not. I don't ever want to wear this shit. I like earth tones, man. You know what I mean? I don't want to be out there no bright ass orange shoot. When I was a younger man, hey, I would do stuff like that. Look at me. But you get older, man, you don't be wanting to be out there looking crazy like that, man. But this is the whole Babylon the Great we're talking about. Look at how they effeminize, if that's the word, our men. They don't know what the fuck is going on, which is exactly why, back to the point, they're going to receive their reward. Do you not know? Possibly, you know, lining things up through the scriptures, these people are from the house of Saul. Lord willing, we're from the house of David, man. You know, you guys that have these destroyed ass households, have these legacies of prostitution and whores in your family, have these legacies of gang members and drug dealers, and that's what your legacy every time they're boasting in that. Oh, I was in the chain gang, I knocked out this many people, I sold this amount of dope, I was a trick out here, or I was a whore, and I made this amount of money on the block. You guys are probably from the house of Saul, meaning you're from those same spirits, or the lineage of a bloodline of those spirits that say, hey, let the blood of Yahweh Shai be amongst us and our families, man. All right. That's why you've been brought back. You and your family have been brought back in your same lineage. All right. To be wicked and to be judged and to be brought to poverty and shame, which is why you're in the hood. Give me neither poverty nor riches. So what's that mean? We need to be praying for balance. We don't need to be desiring to be poor, because that ain't going to produce nothing but some bullshit. All right. And if you be rich, you already know you don't need Yahweh Shem Shai, which means you're not going to be coming in that fear. You're not going to have that zeal, that diligence to give thy diligence to make your calling and election sure by going out on the highways and byways, doing your epistles if you're a man. All right, you're not going to need to do all those things because you're comfortable here. You're at ease. You're rich. You have your reward. We're waiting on ours. That's the whole point of the epistle. Beautiful how they came together, man. Back to the back to Second Ezra. I got so many precepts, man, but you know, we'll just keep it through the spirit. Second Ezra chapter 8 and verse 1. And he answered me, saying, the Most High, Yahweh, who the world ignorantly just calls God, hath made this world for many. So yeah, man, and it'll piss you off because you know deep down, like, these other nations, or the 2/3, blatant 2/3, right? Because we don't know. And you just know, like, how the fuck, like a whore, right? How the fuck are you even alive right now? How has the Lord not utterly destroyed you, you whore? You get out here boasting like a Cardi B, you know? How are you getting more famous? You know, how are you getting more, you know, shit brought upon you, like good things, prosperity brought upon you? When is, like, why aren't you brought low? You know what I mean? This stuff, and you see, just and start to see the rest of the people walking around the earth. Esau Edom himself, his descendants. How you even walking around the earth? How y'all getting these cars? How y'all taking these girl trips? Why? How are y'all having so much fun? How are you able to smile and laugh and dance all the fucking time? I'll tell you the fuck why, nigga. Because the Bible is telling us itself through the spirit. All right, this world was made for many. So yeah, you niggas can be up on this in this wicked ass kingdom and prosper. Guess what though? But the world to come for a few. You better check the track record and see what happened the last time the Lord destroyed the earth and how many spirits made it. Not more than 10. I'll tell you that right now, on the whole earth. And there had to be billions of people on the earth then, man. Millions, billions. All right, just like now, the world to come is for a few. Hey, it's only going to be a small portion of the nation of Israel that's going to make it. Everybody else is going to perish. The Lord's going to keep a small remnant of these other heathens so we can put them in chains, but everybody else is going to perish right off the earth. Thus saith Yahweh by Shema Shai. Remember, hey, the world to come, that's part of that reward, that consolation, but it's only for a few. Not like now, where it seems like the majority of the people are living their best freaking lives, man. Okay. So, that being said, Ecclesiasticus, I think so, 35 and 18. Yep. For the Lord will not be slack, neither will the mighty be patient toward them, till he have smitten and sundered the loins of the unmerciful Esau, Edom, and anybody coming in that unmerciful spirit, and repaid vengeance to the heathen, till see this all that judgment, man. All right, it's coming till he have taken away the multitude of the proud. And we talked about that briefly here, man. How prideful Babylon, the great so-called USA, is, man, and broken the scepter of the unrighteous. The whole point being, um, that the Lord is not slack concerning that promise, but these things must come to pass. Judgment must come to pass. World War III, the mark of the beast, World War III got to come to pass. Verse 19, till he have rendered to every man according to his deeds. Remember, that's part of that reward, that consolation. Hey, the righteous will receive theirs, the wicked shall receive theirs, man. And the works of men according to their devices, till he have judged the cause of his people and made them rejoice in his mercy. Mercy is seasonable in the time of affliction, as clouds of rain in the time of drought. And we're coming into a time of great drought, great affliction. And guess what? We're going to be in a season where we're going to receive mercy from Yahweh Shema Shai. That's a portion of our reward, our consolation, is to receive protection from directly from Yahweh Shema Shai, because of the things that we did preceding before this great tribulation came. We were serving the Lord, and the Lord is not, he is a just power. He will remember that. He will remember when you observe the Passover, the days of unleavened bread, when you fasted during the Day of Atonement, when you fasted on your own, when you fasted as a camp, as a sisterhood, a brotherhood, when you repented, when you admitted that you were wrong, when you came back, when you decided to go a little harder. All these things Yahweh by Shema Shai will remember during Jacob's trouble. We have to get to that next step, and then the next step after that, and we'll be home free, Lord willing. We're those predestined spirits, Romans 8:29, predestination to receive salvation. That is to say, to receive that prize, man, that gift, that consolation, that prize, man, that reward from serving Yahweh by Shema Shai, because it's going to be mind-blowing, man. So I pray that this was edifying. Until next time, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.